Good morning, students. I am going to start lesson 5th of Honeydew book. Name of the lesson The Summit Within, and writer is HPS Ahluwalia. HPS Ahluwalia, he was a major in army. HPS stands for Hari Pal Singh Ahluwalia. Major HPS Ahluwalia was a member of the first successful Indian expedition to Mount Everest in 1965. Everest is the highest mountain peak in the world, as you know, students. Ahluwalia tells us about his experience and feelings while he stood at the summit of Mount Everest. So, when he was standing on the summit of Everest, he had different feelings. First of all, he felt very glad, but his joy was mixed with sadness. He did not know the reason behind his sadness. He thought that it might be due to the reason that there was no other summit higher than the summit of Everest to conquer. Now, the summit means peak, the topmost point. The summit within. This is the name of the lesson. Before you read, Major HPS Ahluwalia was a member of the first successful expedition to Mount Everest in 1965. Expedition means a journey with purpose. How did he feel when he stood on the highest point in the world? Let us hear his story in his own words, climbing the summit, and then the more difficult task of climbing the summit within. First paragraph. Of all the emotions which surged through me as I stood on the summit of Everest, looking over miles of panorama below us, the dominant one, I think, was humility. So, narrator HPS Ahluwalia is saying that there were many emotions when he was standing on the peak of the Everest, and those emotions aroused suddenly, and they were very great emotions. And when he was looking around miles of panorama means you can see the scene of outside. Okay, so he was looking there, and here meaning is also given view of a wide area. So when he was looking at the view of a wide area, so one thought which came to his mind was humility, means he was humble, he was feeling small there. The physical in me seemed to say, thank God it's all over. So when he climbed the Mount Everest, he was physically exhausted. So his body, he was thankful to the God that he had climbed the Mount Everest. However, instead of being jubilant, there was a tinge of sadness. Then he's saying, instead of being jubilant means very happy because of success. There was a tinge of sadness. Tinge means meaning is given stress. A little emotion of sadness was also there. Was it because I had already done the ultimate in climbing? Maybe he's thinking that he had already climbed the final or last greatest peak of the world, and there would be nothing higher to climb, and all roads hereafter would lead down. By climbing the summit of Everest, you are overwhelmed by a deep sense of joy and thankfulness. It is a joy which lasts a lifetime. In the next paragraph, narrator is saying that by climbing the peak of Everest, he was overwhelmed. Overwhelmed means he was engulfed or overpowered by a deep sense of joy, means he was very excited, very happy, and he was thankful to the God. It is a joy which lasts a lifetime, and this type of joys last a lifetime for whole life. The experience changes you completely. The man who has been to the mountain is never the same again. The experience of climbing a mountain or the highest peak changes a person completely, and the man, he has experience and he changes now. As I look back at life after climbing Everest, I cannot help remarking about the other summit, the summit of mind, no less formidable and no easier to climb. So, when he looked back at his life, in the past history of his life, after climbing Mount Everest, he want to tell us that there are other summit of in our life also, and thus another summit is the summit of mind. It is no less formidable, means it is also dreadful, it is also causing fear, and no easier to climb. And it is not easy to climb or control our mind. Okay, we have many senses and we have to keep patience. So, in this paragraph, narrator is saying that there is another peak, there is another summit, and that summit is a human being has to conquer, human being has to get victory over that, and they have to control their mind. Even when getting down from the summit, page number it's page number 77. Even when getting down from the summit, once the physical exhaustion has gone, I began asking myself the question why I had climbed Everest. So this is the picture of HPS Ahluwalia. He was a major in he was a major in army, and he's saying that after, even when getting down from the summit, means when they were climbing down the peak, once the physical exhaustion has gone, when their physical exhaustion means fatigue, tiredness, his thakan has gone, he began to ask himself the question why I had climbed Everest. Why did the act of reaching the summit have such a hold on my imagination? Why I thought of climbing Mount Everest? It was already a thing of the past. Now, because he was forgetting all these things, it was becoming a thing of the past. It has become history. Something done yesterday. With every passing day, it would become more remote. And as soon as the days would pass, and it would become a history or a thing of the past. And then what would remain? Would my memories fade slowly away? Then he's thinking, then if his memories would become weaker and he would forget about it. All this thought led me to question myself as to why people climb mountains. Then a question arose in his mind that why people climb mountain. It is not easy to answer the question. He's saying it is not easy to answer the question. The simplest answer would be as others have said, because it is there, because mountains are there, that's why people climb them. It presents great difficulties. So climbing mountain is not an easy task. It presents many problems, difficulties. Man takes delight in overcoming obstacles. The obstacles in climbing a mountain are physical. A climb to a summit means endurance, persistence, and willpower. The demonstration of these physical qualities is no doubt exhilarating as it was for me also. So, Ahluwalia says that climbing mountains need three physical qualities in man, and those are endurance and persistence and willpower. And human beings have to show these qualities, and these qualities, when human being shows these qualities, it gives him a great pleasure. That is why a person get great pleasure in mountain climbing. According to Ahluwalia, these qualities in a man help him overcome all obstacles, and obstacles means hindrance, problems, and overcoming all obstacle is always delightful, exhilarating, meaning is given, it gives too much happiness, too much excitement to the person. I have a more personal answer to the question. Then narrator tells that I have a more personal answer to this question also. From my childhood I have been attracted by mountains. I had been miserable, lost when away from mountains in the plain. Mountains are nature at its best. Their beauty and majesty pose a great challenge, and like many, I believe that mountains are a mean of communion with God. So then, HPS Ahluwalia he says that climbing Mount Everest or climbing a mountain, he had one personal answer to this question. From his childhood, he had been attracted by mountains. He felt upset when he was away from mountains, and he says that mountains are nature at its best. Means when we see the mountains nature, we can see the nature in its full swing, in its best quality. Their beauty and majesty pose a great challenge. So to watch the beauty and majesty of mountains, it is a great challenge. And like many, narrator also believe that mountains are a mean of communion with God. Means when we climb a communion, here meaning is given state or feeling of close relationship. So it is believed that when we climb mountains, and it is these are the mean of communion with God, and means we feel close relationship with God, that we are near God. Once having this, once having granted this, the question remains why Everest? So after this, he there one question, more question is there, that why he climbed Everest? Because it is the highest, the mightiest, and had defied many previous attempts. Then he himself gives the answer, because Mount Everest is the highest peak in the world, and it is the mightiest, powerful, and it had defied. Defied means frustrated or resisted many previous attempts. Before their expedition, many people fail. It takes the last ounce of one's energy. Means it takes the least point of energy. Means full energy of a person is exhausted. It is a brutal struggle with rock and ice, and it is a brutal means just like violent or cruel struggle with rock and ice. They have to climb inch by inch, and they have to make their way through the rocks and ice. Once taken up, it cannot be given up halfway. The narrator says, once the person goes up, he can't give up halfway, he can't come back, even once, even when one's life is at stake. Even though a person's life is at risk, he can't come back. The passage back is as difficult as the passage onward. The passage, the way of coming back from the mountain, is as dangerous as the climbing up. And then, when the summit is climbed, and when a person reached at the peak, there is the exhilaration, the joy of having done something, the sense of battle fought and won. So he gets success, he gets triumph, so he get overexcited, he get delighted that he got the joy of doing something, a sense of battle fought, as if he has fought a battle and won. There is a feeling of victory and happiness. A human being, he feels uh, a feeling of victory, success and happiness. Glimpsing a peace, glimpsing a peak in the distance, I get transported to another world. So when the narrator saw a peak or summit at distance, he got transported to another world. I experienced a change within myself. Narrator is saying at that time he got a change in himself, which can only be called mystical. So when he reached at that peak, he found that he has reached in another world, and that world is mystical. Mystical means spiritual world, a world of where God lives. By its beauty, aloofness, might, ruggedness, and the difficulties encountered on the way, the peak draws me to it as Everest did. It is a challenge that is difficult to resist. So, narrator is saying by its beauty, with it because of its beauty, and aloofness means it is far away, it is very away, and it is very might powerful. Ruggedness means it is uneven, rough, broken, and that there are many difficulties on the way which narrator had to face. The peak attracts him as Everest did. It is a challenge that is difficult to resist. The narrator, he could not oppose the challenge of climbing the mountain. We can see in the picture that climbing mountain is very difficult. They have to remain in minus degree temperature, and they have to take oxygen cylinder also with them, because there is no oxygen at high area at peak of mountains. You can see in the picture that how through the ice they make their way. A rope is attached to them, and with a stick and another instrument they are making their way upward, and it took many days, many months to climb a peak. So we will continue it tomorrow. Thank you, student.